Try to store valuables in there if I can make sure it's secure. 2, of course, storing food in there at 55 degrees can help keep things cooler, help store them longer. Have to try to make sure the cellar is secure because where was your grandfather when you dug the cellar?
He was in the city.
Where in which city?
Up in Spokane, Washington. So you have a cold winter and a hot summer.
Yeah, he was in Spokane, Washington. And while they are on the Ring of Fire, just like California is, they're not as tectonically active as South Cal. So I'm going to have to work hard to make a good cellar because of the activity that we have in the ground here. Plus, I don't want to hit the septic tank. No, I don't. I've been trying to figure out where it... Nope. Not that I've been able to find. Yes, we are not on city sewer, only city water.
They probably didn't get a permit.
No, they did. Lake Los Angeles was if you look at a map of it, it's very well organized. It was obviously built by a developer who was thinking he could turn it into the next hot community and then completely and utterly failed. It is currently known for only a few things. It's known for abysmal poverty, it's known for meth labs, and it's known for occasional people who could live elsewhere but want to live on a farm instead. Now, I don't mind any of the other 2 neighbors, as long as if their meth lab explodes, as long as it doesn't get to my farm, I don't care.
How do you take care of the bees? I mean, how do you get the honey?
Well, the first year you don't, but the second year and the third year, there is downtown Los Angeles a store called the Los Angeles Honey Company, and they sell supplies. They sell the frames, they sell the outfits, the smokers. Basically, any supply except bees can be purchased there. Then you have to get the bees from an actual bee supplier, which is an entirely different person. I got mine from Bill's Bees. He's just into the mountains in just a little bit outside of Glendale, I think, or San Fernando. I forget which exactly. Just off the 210, northern side of the county. You'd have to find a supplier on this side of the county for you, because it's a little bit nervous to drive the bees home. Anyway, once you have a hive that is actually established, then you add what they call a queen excluder, and that forces only the workers into certain chambers. That means that those chambers will only have honey or pollen. And it's not bad if you get pollen in your honey. It's actually one of the reasons why local honey is a good allergy cure. If you have local honey, it has local pollen, have a teaspoonful of that a day, your allergies will disappear. You take those frames that are just honey and you put them in an extractor, which is a kind of centrifuge which spins the honey out of it and then drips it out on the bottom of the pot. And it's a very sticky job, but I'm looking forward to it. See, honey is very much the natural sugar. It can be used in almost any recipe that calls for sugar. You just have to reduce the liquids a little because honey is wetter than sugar. The only time I found where it does not work is you should have sugar in your coffee, not honey. Does not work. It works in tea, but not in coffee. But almost anywhere else it works. Now, I found out that the Antelope Valley used to have active beekeeping community, but has since stopped. So I'm actually restarting the tradition up there. If I play my cards right, I might be the local bee baron someday. Add that to the fact that I'm planning on growing sweet sorghum, and I could be the sugar king.
Now, the other thing is you're going to drill your own well with the well kit. And when I've seen wells being drilled, it was a crane and...
Oh no, this kit has actually. I've seen this in operation off of videos he filmed. It does not require any of that fancy equipment. He sells you an air-powered drill which recycles the water of the drilling. What happens is the drill, you use a post hole digger to dig the first 6 feet, or as much of the first 6 feet as you can. Fill fill that with water. You put the well, fill that halfway with water, actually. Put the drill into the well, turn it on with air power, and then lower it the rest of the way into the water. The air pressure that powers the drill sucks the water up through the drill, out the drainage hose, and then which you arrange to have a drainage pitch which feeds back into the well itself, recycling the drilling water. You don't need a large derrick and a large drill. You just need a lot of PVC pipe.
Are you holding this with your hand?
Yes. Yes, we are. It's actually very gentle. Anyone here could do it, actually. Anyone.
150 feet.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. The drill head weighs about 40 pounds, and that's the heavy part. But it's the rest of it's Schedule 40 PVC pipe, which can handle the weight and the pressure. And you just keep gently lifting it up and down as it touches the bottom of the hole it's drilling. Then when you finally hit water on the bottom, you case the well with 4-inch PVC pipe, which is casing, not piping. Then you drop the pump in with 1-inch PVC, Schedule 40, for the actual pumping.
And now how are you going to keep the county from picking up on the idea that you're drilling a well?
Well, I would never advise anyone to not tell the county, but this is such a small-scale operation, they'd have to be looking specifically for it at exactly the right time to know what I'm doing, especially since it doesn't look like a standard well drilling.
LA County?
Yes.
Now, this is, wait a minute, you're doing a percussion drill?
No, it uses air power to spin the drill and to suction and to use a sort of a air pressure suction to force the water up the central pipe.
So does this have a rotary drill bit on it?
Yes.
Okay, like a modern oil well drill.
Yes, it's 5 inches across.
Okay, and so it's I've seen that drill again.
Yes, it's 5 inches across, and since you're using 4-inch casing pipe, it should fit unless you make a few too many twists and turns on the way down. It'll take a few days to get it done because I'm going down a full 200. The video I saw of him doing a 70-foot well took 2 days, so it'll take several days for me to get this done. Yes. Oh no, I'm not going to use the well water for household use. That is part of my plan. I'm going to stay connected to city water for personal use inside the house. Outside that, the well water is specifically for the garden and for the animals. It'll have it irrigating the vegetable plots, a little less irrigation for the animal section so that they can have shrubbery to nibble on, and a drip system in the orchard.
Do you have a blog or a website?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It is a Blogspot website. It is AYNRKEY.blogspot.com. .blogspot.com. Blogspot. SPOT.com. Yes, that name is a pun. Yes, it is Einarchy or it is Einarchy.
Can you give it one more time?
Yes, AYNRKEY.blogspot.com. And this is actually based off the very first blog entry I made about a year and a half ago when I wrote about ways to survive economic hard times. Which brings me to the next thing I'm doing besides the farm. We're rediscovering all the home handicrafts. We have a sewing machine. How many people today still have a sewing machine? I'm in a room of libertarians, of course. How many people outside of a room full of libertarians still have a sewing machine? Exactly. So yes, anything, a good rule of thumb for surviving tough economy is do it yourself or do without. And this is do it yourself. Knitting, crocheting, sewing, carpentry even. Working on making at least you can make bookcases. Almost anyone can make a bookcase. And if you're good at it, you can make end tables and bed frames. So all the traditional home handicrafts that people used to do, but now rely on going to Walmart for instead, are stuff we are getting back into doing ourselves. That includes, like I said, making clothes, making blankets, I just recently got a computer desk from